from Richmond Hill in 5. In lane 6 from Micmac, we got Beaver and Eisner Mallet. In 7 from Kennebecassis, we have Crowell and Hall. In lane 8, we have Busa and Hoffrick from Rideau. And rounding things out in lane 9, Levine and Martin from Trois Rivières.
Yeah, just some key names that we've been seeing pop up quite a bit. Take a look for lane 1, Chima's Capeson Ledrew. Cameron Ledrew caught himself a silver medal just the other day, also a silver medal in the 6,000 meter. Richmond Hill, lane 5, Alexander Ivanov and Caden Johnson. Caden, of course, being the 6,000 meter champion on our first day of competition. And
that duo of Ivanov and Johnson looking to continue Richmond Hill's success in the U17 men's K2 1,000 meter, as it was Oscar Morosky and David Stewart from Richmond Hill that won this title last year. Now, the only returning medalist from last year's U17 men's K2 1,000 meter is from Rideau, Alexander Hoffrick, who was teamed up with Jacob Hamill at the time, and he'll look to improve on the bronze that he won last year.
And it looks like we've got a clean start there, down 1 kilometer down the raceway. A lot of these athletes that are in this race, distance is their specialty. We've seen a lot of success from them in the 1,000 meters and the 6,000 meter, in fact, just the other day in the U17 division. Interesting thing, though, Trois Rivières has had medals in 5 of the 6 last events that this has run, but they did not have any last year. So you have to know Levine and Martin in lane 9 looking to get back on the podium and start another little streak there for Trois Rivières in this category.
Yeah, you mentioned the success of some of these athletes individually in the long distance races. You already talked about Caden Johnson, but also in lane 1, Chima's Cameron Ledrew came silver in the K1 6K on day 1 of competition here at the 2017 Canadian Sprint Canoe Kayak Championships, and he'll surely be looking to improve on the color of that medal with his teammate Sawyer Capes.
I also believe Cameron Ledrew has another silver medal under his belt as well from yesterday. So you have to know Cummins Silver's got, I mean, it's still, don't get me wrong, a nationals medal, but you can tell he really probably wants to capture a gold finally after coming so close, not once but twice.
Just over a minute and a half into this 1,000 meter race, and at this point it is Point Claire's Royal and Veranderick, I should say, leading things off in lane 3, setting the pace, and the other paddlers will give chase as they just crossed over that 500 meter mark. So we're over halfway here in this U17 men's K2 1,000 meter. Things still pretty even at this point. It always seems to be the last 200 meters or so when crews decide to make their push.
Yeah, it looks pretty straight across with 4 major crews, all you can see in the middle there. All the middle crews really taking the lead on this event so far. We're heading to about the 250 meter mark, and I think we're going to see another close one here, Stan.
Looks like the battle right now is in lane 3 and in lane 4. The Point Claire boat in 3 and that white Bannock boat challenging each other as they approach 200 meters to go in this grueling race. That form, though, from the Point Claire boys of Royal and Veranderick looks pretty strong right now. They're staying consistent. They've had this lead for the majority of the race, and they look to hang on with just over 100 meters remaining. But it's quite the push here coming from Bannock, Canning, and Cox. Really going after it right now.
And don't count out this lane 9, Trois Rivières, Levine and Martin really putting a push on at the end. Also Rideau's Busa and Hoffer kind of coming out of nowhere here in lane 8. We look like we could really have a battle for silver and bronze.
Royal and Veranderick from Point Claire in the lead in that green boat. They got about a boat's length lead. The battle right now could be for the bronze, as it looks like it's a Point Claire finish on top. And what a finish there in lane 8 and 9. But Rideau and Trois Rivières, they might have stolen away a medal from Bannock's, Canning, and Cox.
Yeah, it looked like lanes 8 and 9, Rideau and Trois Rivières might have just taken over. The two of them, it looks like they were racing each other. But let's take a look at this replay. They may have just taken over Canning and Cox.
It looks like they did.
And they just might have, after Banook being really one of the front runners in this race nearly the entire time. We're going to wait for the unofficial results, of course, to really see what the finishing system tracked for that time. But you got to know, easy win there for Point Claire's Royale and Vanderick. Great form the entire time. It didn't look like they missed a beat, and that's really why they're going home on top of the podium and with the gold medal on this one.
Almost looks like two different races going on, as it was that battle between Point Claire and Banook in lanes 3 and 4, and then the battle between Rideau and Trois Rivières in 8 and 9. And in the end, Banook trying to keep up with the Point Claire boys had cost them. They get beat at the line just barely. Look at the difference between silver and bronze. Literally